Merhaba, ben Emine. Today I will inform you about vowel letters and their classifications. No, I want to learn Turkish by practicing. These grammar issues are not that important. You might think like that, but if you just learn by practicing, listening and speaking, you may still have some difficulty about understanding or even pronouncing. At the same time, just practicing grammar will help you to understand language and maybe improve your pronunciation, but this will give you limited knowledge of the language. That's why you have to run two jobs together. Like from now on, when you hear someone speaking Turkish in TV series, in videos, or somewhere out there, you will remember and think about the grammar topics that I will tell you. This will be of great benefit to you in learning language or even understand the language. So let's get started right away. There are some rules about use of vowels in Turkish. For example, which word we are going to use and when or how the letters change depends on some rules. Whether you can understand all of this depends on what I'm going to talk about today. We can say that this is the basic of Turkish. Now I'm gonna show you a table of classification of vowels. You may be intimidated at first, but don't worry, I will explain it all to you in detail and with tips. I believe that you can use these letters in their place without thinking too much from now on. Some letters sound very similar and even sometimes you're gonna feel like there is no difference between them, but I believe that you will understand at the end of the video. So listen carefully, don't forget to take notes because it will be easier to understand if you take notes. First of all, we have 8 vowel letters: A, E, I, I, O, Ö, U, Ü. We will consider these letters in 3 separate sections: shape of lip, shape of chin, and where vowels come out of throat. Now let's start the simples. They are depending on where the vowels come out of throat. Some are back and some are front. Sounds are coming back of the throat are harder and deeper. That's why we call these letters Kalın Ünlüler. In English it means thick because they are harder to say, and also you can call them art ünlüler. It means back vowels because they are come out back of the throat. For example, like A, I, O, U. What about vowels that come out front of throat? They are softer sounds. That's why we call them İnce Ünlüler. In English, it means thin vowels. Maybe there is no something like that in English, but we can translate like this, thin vowels. But you know, in Turkish, we call them İnce Ünlüler because they are softer sounds. Also, you can call them ön ünlüler. In English, it means front vowels because you know they are coming from front of the throat. For example, I, Ö, Ü. Also, I wanna you to pay attention here. When you look at the back letters, I mean kalın ünlüler, as you can notice that A and letters without dot on them. Also, when you look at the front, I mean ince ünlüler or ön ünlüler, is you can notice that E and the letters that are dots on them. Now we are gonna classify according to the shape of lip. If our lips become round while we are making vowels, we call them yuvarlak ünlüler. Yuvarlak ünlüler. O, Ö, U, Ü. I repeat and you can repeat after me. Look at my lip. O, Ö, U, Ü. Okay, if my lip doesn't take a round shape, they are düz ünlüler. In English, it means unrounded vowels like A, E, I, I. And look at my lip again. When I'm pronouncing, it doesn't round it. A, E, I, I. Perfect, we have one final title. Vowel letters according to shape of our chin or mouth or jaw. For example, my chin's open big. When I say some vowels, I open my chin bigger or completely. So if I open my mouth big when I say a vowel, I will call it geniş ünlü. In English, we can translate it like large vowel, or in Turkish we call it açık ünlü. It means open vowel because at that time my mouth, my chin is large, is open completely. For example, look at my chin now. A, E, O, Ö. Watch my chin, I'm repeating and you can repeat after me. A, E, O, Ö. Well, and sometimes opposite happens. If my chin doesn't open fully, which vowel will it be? Of course, if these are opposite, it will be tight. In English, I think it's not tight, but for you to understand, I translate like that. Because in Turkish, we call them dar ünlüler because of shape of chin again. Also, in English, known as closed vowels. In Turkish, kapalı ünlüler. Açık ünlüler, kapalı ünlüler. Or geniş ünlüler, dar ünlüler. For closed vowels, watch my chin. I'm gonna tell you before listen to me. Then we are going to repeat and you will repeat after me. I, I, U, Ü. You see my mouth nearly closed. I, I, U, Ü.